Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throwing to start the drive. Brooks. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they... Take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Jab 60, jab 60.
Now Brooks to throw. Looking to throw on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 84 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
2nd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They go back to Walton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move. Pretty good with the football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They run again with Walton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I have to... I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Walton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run with Walton. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brooks. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New York set to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Brooks now throwing on 1st down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brooks. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Roberts. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now Walton. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Porter. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2nd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. Parker's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. Great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to claw one back. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushed.
He's got a man, complete, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this 1st half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He got back on track after 2 early interceptions with a touchdown pass on the last drive. And now they'll start here again, 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this 1st half of action. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Brooks throwing to start the drive. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw here. He's got a man. That's Marshall. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Throwing to start the drive. Brooks. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 50 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly Then he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He'll look to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weaver, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down. Up the middle they go. Watkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Franklin. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, it's Watkins. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Franklin, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
19 Tiger.
Up the middle they go. It's Weaver, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Weaver able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're going to look to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man. Complete. It's Porter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw again. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. It's Weaver. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk. Play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A give to the fullback on the dive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff to Miller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And that's Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Cougar 19.
On first down, Weaver. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Slam.
Check 52, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go, Reed, go.
Here's Brooks off the play fake. And that almost their first INT. Of the ball game, had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Mustang 19. Hey, check that. Street. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Brooks. He's got a man. Complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
58's the money. 58's the money. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 58.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Gravity Lions. Dragon 60. Panther Street.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score, Might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
He'll take it at the 42. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. A first down carry now for Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.